Why so serious, son? It's DJ Joker in the house.
Hi, this is OJ from Angriff, and we are trashing it up on J0KeR's Electric Circus on Metal Messiah Radio.
Horns up, my metal friends. It's interview time here on the Electric Circus radio show brought to you by MetalMessiahRadio.com. Tonight we got an interview with OJ Laranjo, lead vocalist of legendary thrash metal band Angriff from Portugal. Angriff has a new album out called Sodomy in the Convent, the return of the thrash legends from Portugal. They're out on Firecome Records. Release date on the new album by Angriff was January the 25th, 2021. Angriff is undoubtedly a household name in Portuguese metal scenes. Since their formation in 1997, their political and anti-religion songs helped cement their status as one of the most relevant names in thrash metal in the thrash metal circuit in Portugal. After almost a 10-year hiatus, the band is back with a new album. Previous offerings by Angriff, they had War of Life full-length album, the first one in 2001, under the Decadence full-length album in 2006, and they had an EP back in 2010 called Art of Aggression. The new album by Angriff, Sodomy in the Convent, features a guest guitar solo by the hands of Chris Holmes, ex-W.A.S.P guitarist. Oh, wow. Angriff is for fans of Kreator, Sodom, Destruction, Exodus, Metallica, and Heathen. The lineup for Angriff, the band members are Jose Rocha, guitars, bass, and drums, and OJ Laranjo, who is our guest, the vocalist of Angriff. Welcome, OJ, to the Electric Circus radio show here at Metal Messiah Radio. It's an honor and pleasure having you on tonight's show for this interview. How are you doing, my friend?
Hi, Joker. Thank you. I'm good. Thank you for having me on your show.
Okay, OJ. Angriff, your band has a new album out, which we just discussed, Sodomy in the Convent. It is your first release since Art of Aggression EP in 2010. You had a almost 10-year hiatus. Why so long, and what have you been doing since then, OJ?
Well, the band stopped completely in 2012, and there were never any plans to bring it back to life. But with the pandemic, both Jose and myself, we had a lot more free time, and he started writing some new riffs that pretty much sounded like the quintessential Angriff. And you gotta realize that I left the band in 2007, but I never stopped writing either. So when Jose approached me in mid-2020 to know about my availability, it's like the stars aligned, and in the end we decided to record the full album.
OJ, how long did it take you guys to record the latest album, Sodomy in the Convent, and which studio do you record your music in? And please explain your creative process as a musician, and how has the music evolved over the years, your style, and what are your best strengths as a musician?
We recorded the album in two different studios. Both of them are in the city of Porto in Portugal. The first one was at Metal Point, and the second studio is called Animan Studio. My vocal parts, they were recorded in just one day, and the instruments, the guitar, the bass, and the drums, they took many sessions to finish everything over the course of many months. I would say 5-6 months in total. We wanted to take our time, not rush it, so we could deliver the best possible record to celebrate our return. Regarding the creative process, normally Jose comes up with some riff idea that he shows me, and most of the time I already have some melodies drafted in my mind. So then it is just a matter of adapting to each other's ideas. For example, one of the songs that we have in this new record called TAC, song number 9, is actually an old song that both of us wrote in 2006, but it never made it to a record until now. When we work together, Jose and myself, I think it's pretty accurate to say that there is some chemistry between us that in the end it makes it sound like the quintessential Angriff, because we both know each other quite well for many years now, so that makes it a lot easier. If you listen to our previous records, I think you will notice evolution, and I think that with this new album we definitely hit the bullseye.
Okay, here's a interesting question for you, OJ, that fans always want to know about a band. How did you decide to come up with the band name Angriff?
The name of the band was actually Jose's idea way back in '97. Jose was born in Germany, so he went for a German name. The word Angriff means attack in German. And looking back now, I think it definitely reflects our music the best way possible.
Angriff is just two members, you, OJ, and Jose Rocha, guitars and bass and drums and vocals. Do you write your lyrics or both of you collaborate on them? And did you have some other musicians come in and do their parts to help you on the new album? Please explain, brother.
I am the only one writing the lyrics and the vocal melodies. Even though in the past I used to play bass when I was in the band in 2000 and from 2004 until 2007, so 15 years ago more or less. But not anymore. Now Jose is taking care of everything, of the guitars, the bass and the drums. Also for this record we had our former guitarist, Antonio Batista, to play 2 guitar solos, and also Mr. Chris Holmes, formerly of W.A.S.P, to play a guitar solo in our first single, No Saviors, No Gods.
Okay, you guys signed and have a record label now with Firecomb Records. Please tell me what drew you to them and what did you love about them that will help Angriff in moving forward as a band?
Well, it was actually them who approached us. Their CEO, Peter, has been a friend of Jose for some years now, and he was the one who approached us, showing their interest in releasing our new record. And the label itself, Firecom Records, is actually quite thrash metal oriented. So it seemed like a logical move from our side. And so far our partnership has been nothing but great.
Okay, OJ, let's play a new track off the new album by Angriff, Sodomy in the Convent. Let's spin No Saviors, No Gods, featuring Chris Holmes, formerly of W.A.S.P. What can you tell us about this song, and how did you guys hook up with Chris Holmes, formerly of W.A.S.P, which is a very legendary all-time guitar player? And we will be right back with OJ of Angriff. Crank it up!
That is our first single and the album opener. It kinda sets the tone for the rest of the record. It is one of my favorite songs in Sodomy in the Convent. Regarding the involvement of Chris Holmes, 2 or 3 years ago, he played in a metal festival in our hometown in Portugal, which is organized by Jose. So we met back then, and we kept contact ever since. And when we started writing the songs for this new album, we knew from the get-go that we would have at least 3 or 4 songs that would require guitar solos. So we thought, well, why not ask one of our favorite guitarists to play solo? W.A.S.P is my favorite band ever. It's also a band that Jose likes a lot. So we approached Chris's wife and manager, and we had their green light. They said it was okay, that they had the interest to do it. We gave Chris complete freedom to come up with a solo, and we are very, very happy with the result of it.
Servants of empire of lies, who profit from lives in decline. Intelligence erased from the minds, adulation of the senseless divine. In the promised land of starvation, reason finds no salvation. Reject the false prophecies. No one is above you and me. Epitome of the illusion. No saviors, no gods. 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 Destruct the healer of mankind. Faceless tormented design. The lambs of God I persecute. Devouring Mary the prostitutes. In the promised land of starvation, reason finds no salvation. Reject the false prophecies. No one is above you and me. Epitome of the illusion. No saviors, no gods. 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 No fucking gods. No fucking gods. I am the one you must obey. I'm bigger than the fallacy you pray. Imp, like creature of doom. Iconoclast, arsonist of tombs. In the promised land of starvation, reason finds no salvation. Reject the false prophecies. No one is above you and me. No saviors, no gods. No saviors, no gods. No saviors, no gods. No saviors, no gods.
Okay, we are back with OJ of Portuguese thrashers Angriff. The latest album, Sodomy in the Convent, are you still writing some of the same subjects, or are you going in a different direction as far as the songwriting for Angriff the writing, and the style, OJ?
For this record, I tried to approach the topic of religion in a different way. I had this concept in my mind for many years about describing the malpractices of faith and religion while at the same time telling you a story. And if you read carefully the lyrics to the song Sodomy in the Convent, I think you'll get the picture. There is only one song in this record that is unrelated to the religious topic, which is Savage Deeds. And this one tells you a story of a convicted rapist and serial killer. And it is my attempt of trying to be inside his mind. Possibly my favorite track of the album.
Okay, OJ, who did the cover art for the newest offering, Sodomy in the Convent? I've seen most of your album covers and EPs. All are in black and dark themes. What's the continuation of your covers being dark like that? I think it's unique. Please explain.
We were baffled with luck when it comes to the artwork. It is a masterpiece. It's a creation of a friend of ours called Almeida Alma, a master of all the dark arts. What happened was that I told him about the idea I had for the cover and the subject of the records, and he came up with something amazing. We wanted the album cover to trigger something in the mind of the consumer to cause a reaction, and I think we absolutely achieved that.
OJ, what studio did you guys use to record Sodomy in the Convent by Angriff, the new album? And how long did it take you guys to record the newest offering by Angriff?
We went to two different studios in Porto, Metal Point and Animan Studios. All in all, I think it took about half a year to record everything.
OJ, how has the reviews been coming along so far for the new album Sodomy in the Convent? Please tell us about that.
The reviews have been great so far. We knew that we had a good solid album, but we did not expect all of the positive feedback we had until now. I'm not entirely sure if this is the best record we ever did, like some press wrote, but I can certainly tell you that it is by far the most intense. The record is still fresh out of the oven, so I think I will only really understand its impact some years from now, when I distance myself from it. Because for now I can only analyze it from a songwriter's perspective. I will need some time to actually understand what it meant for us and for the people who listen to it.
OJ, please tell us who does all your lyric videos on YouTube for your band Angriff.
Apart from the first single, No Saviors, No Gods, which was done by our label, all of the other videos were done by me.
OJ, please tell us about the music scene coming up for you in the country of Portugal and some of the bands you admire and made you want to be a musician and play the style of thrash metal to begin with.
To be honest, when I was growing up, I rarely listened to any Portuguese bands. And even nowadays, it is quite seldom that I listen to bands from my country. That doesn't mean, however, that we don't have any good ones, though. We do. Growing up, I was listening to a lot of W.A.S.P, a lot of German thrash, some American thrash as well, classic hard rock, classic heavy metal. And, and to be frank, those are still the bands that I listen to 20 years after, so not much had changed since. Regarding the process of entering the band, it was just the result of wanting to share many of the things that I was writing since I was 12 or 13 years old.
OJ, what drew you to the music industry, my friend?
The possibility to be in a band is kind of like a childhood dream for many of us, and I was no different. I wanted to live that experience, and I'm happy to say that I have done it.
What is your favorite part about this line of work, being in a thrash metal band? Your least and favorites, and why? OJ.
Well, I would say that this industry is not for everyone, and by that I mean that you need to be tough, because many people will try to put you down, many will pat you in the back, many will kiss your ass. So you gotta be aware all of the time. Of course, that all of that it can be overshadowed by the positive side of it. The concerts, the records you make, some people, some nice people that you might meet along the way. So yeah, it's an industry that it isn't for everyone, like I said.
OJ, please elaborate and tell me about your favorite performance venues that you did before, and do you have any cool stories from them you would like to talk about since you started the band Angriff back in 1997?
Well, I would say that my favorite venue where I played it was probably Hard Club in Gaia, the old one. I played there twice. First concert I did there was with GBH, and the second one was with Tankard, the German band. And actually, the one of the cool stories I have is actually with Tankard. So in that night we were opening for them. We were the first band, and Tankard were the headliners. They were the third one. And during the concert of the second band, which is also a thrash band from Portugal called Pitch Black, I noticed that the singer of Tankard was completely drunk and passed out in our dressing room. So he was not in his dressing room, he was in our dressing room. And they were about to go on stage in less than 10 minutes. So I had to wake him up, otherwise he would have missed it. Needless to say that he did manage to get up, and he was there on time, and the concert was great. Yeah, but if you know Tankard, you know that they tend to drink a little bit more than your normal people.
OJ, what advice would you have to give, say, someone wanting to follow in your footsteps and play the same music style as you do, thrash metal?
Go for it. Experience it, and then draw your own conclusions if it is right for you or not. Cannot tell you anything else other than that.
Okay, gear talk. Everybody loves gear talk. What can you tell me about your instruments? Are you subject to brand loyalty, or will you play whatever's available? What made you choose what you have now with instruments? Please explain.
We are not sponsored by any brand, so we pretty much use what we feel like.
OJ, what do you do to keep your vocals intact? What do you do? Do you do any special activities, exercises to help you with your vocals?
There is really no secret to keep my voice intact. I would say that drinking a lot of water is fundamental. That is half of the job done right there.
OJ, please tell us about the feeling you have when you performing in front of a huge crowd. How exciting is that, brother?
Even for a small band like us, it is a feeling like no other, being in front of an audience and noticing that people are actually enjoying something that you created. So it is, yeah, it could well be the best part about being in the band.
OJ, what is your favorite things about being a musician and being in a thrash metal band? your band Angriff?
Being able to share my ideas with not only the musicians I play with, but also with the people that like our music. I think that is something that I really, really enjoy about being in the band, without a doubt.
How old were you, OJ, when you first started being a musician? Tell us about that.
Well, before I was in Angriff, I was in a silly band, a stupid band that never played any concerts, and we only managed to write 2 or 3 songs. But still, that was enough to create a sparkle in my mind that maybe I should be doing something music related. And I think I was about 14 or 15. And then I joined Angriff when I was 17 or 18 years old, back in 2004.
OJ, can you tell us how do you discuss and interact to the fans in social media of today?
We try to be as active as possible in our social media channels. It is quite important for us to be close to our fans, since they are the ones who make us relevant. So without them, it will be a bit weird to be creating music.
OJ, what is your thoughts on the music industry today here in 2021?
My feeling is that there isn't any music industry, or at least not as it used to be. Um, I joined the band in 2004, but I still notice the immense change that the internet did to the industry in the last 15-20 years. There is a lot less face-to-face exchanges, and it actually came to the point that if you're not seen on the internet, you are pretty much invisible. So there are a lot of pros and cons, and we just have to adapt to it.
What does the music mean to you on a personal level? Your thoughts, OJ?
Well, there is a line in a W.A.S.P song from the Headless Children where Blackie Lawless sings, "I did not choose the music chose me." I couldn't have summed it up better myself. That's exactly how I feel about the music.
Please tell us, OJ, what do you see yourself doing in, say, like 5 years from now?
I never make any long-term plans. I live day by day. That's that has always been my motto, so I take it day by day.
OJ, please tell us about some advice you would have to give to new and upcoming bands that want to play thrash metal style of metal like you do.
I would tell them to listen to the classics from the 80s and go for it. That's it. If you listen to the classics, you will already get an idea of what this style of music um, demands from you. So yeah, go listen to the classics. That's a good way to start.
OJ, please tell us where to buy your music. Give a plug on your websites where people can purchase music by Angriff, the new album Sodomy in the Convent.
You can get our music through our Bandcamp, angriff.bandcamp.com, I think. And all of our records are available on Spotify, Apple Music, and all the other streaming platforms.
OJ, are there any plans for a next album in the works coming up for Angriff in the near future? Please tell us about it.
All I can say is that we are already drafting some ideas. Will it end up being a new record? Well, we'll have to wait and see. Only time can tell. But I can confirm that we are already discussing some things about some songs, some riffs, some ideas, some melodies. But Sodomy in the Convent just came out, so it's still quite fresh, so we'll not rush anything for a new album.
OJ, where do you see your band Angriff in the near future? Your goals to where you want to be as a musician moving forward, and what's next for Angriff?
Well, you have to realize that it was quite challenging to bring the band back to life because we had been away for almost a decade, and you never know if people still remember you, if they are still interested in what you're doing. So we take it day by day, you know. For now, our intent is to make our album reach as many places and people as possible, and maybe after that write another one. As long as both of us in the band are in good health, there will always be the possibility of coming up with a fresh batch of songs.
In closing here tonight, our interview with OJ of Angriff. OJ, it's been a pleasure and an honor having you on tonight's show, Joker's Electric Circus, presented to you by MetalMessiahRadio.com. We are your metal music messiah. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule for doing this awesome interview with us here tonight. The best of luck to you and the guys of Angriff. You're more than welcome to come back on the show when you guys want to promote something new in the future moving forward. Keep on thrashing and your metal on.
Well, I know that our music has more fans in Portugal and some other European countries. So, first of all, thank you to you, Joker, for allowing us to speak to an overseas audience. Hopefully, your listeners will give us a try. My message for all the people interested in our music is that, first of all, stay safe and healthy. And thank you for the support. It really means the world to us.